No.
And welcome back to Shake It Till You Make It, where we're breaking down classic cocktails to understand the balance of why they work and how to create your own. Today we're talking about one of my favorites and what I think is probably one of the most refreshing drinks out there, the Mojito. There's not much better than kicking back after a long week of work with one of these, because you earned it and you deserve it. And you're valuable. Instead of using a shaker or a mixing cup, we're gonna build everything right in here. That stuff helps and it's needed for certain drinks, but you can still make delicious cocktails with just the glasses you have in your cabinet. So first we're gonna take about 8 to 10 mint leaves and get these ready. So I find that if you're making a drink or like cooking or anything, it's really important just to have all your ingredients handy. 10. These are for building the drink, and then we'll get a nice mint flower for the end for the garnish. So really you wanna take these and put them in the drink. You can slap them to get, slap them to get the oils moving, but you don't wanna muddle them too much. You really don't need to. So we'll pop those in the glass and then we'll start building right there. So we'll do our 1 ounce of fresh lime juice. Using fresh lime juice is key. It's gonna make a huge difference. We're gonna do 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, which I forgot.
It's really important just to have all your ingredients handy.
1/2 ounce of simple syrup and 2 ounces of rum. Well, actually, let's do 2.5. Follow your dreams. And so we're gonna take this, mix all your ingredients so that you've got that done before you start adding the ice. So we're using crushed ice today because we're gonna pack this down, and that's gonna help, keep the drink cool, but as it melts, it's also gonna add some more flavor and help balance out the higher levels of rum that we're using today. So we're gonna fill this up about halfway. We're gonna keep mixing. We're gonna fill this up all the way now. Making a mess. I'm trying really hard to keep it clean. We're spreading out the mint throughout the drink so it's not all concentrated at the bottom. And now we're gonna give it a cap and really top this off with crushed ice. To sort of pack it down. Drink this one with a straw. And we're gonna use this as the garnish. Here's a good one. And you want this next to the straw. The garnish here is so important because the first thing that's gonna hit you is the mint, and it's gonna be absolutely delicious. So here we go. Here's your Mojito. It's so good, and it's so bright and refreshing. Right when you sip it, you're smelling the mint, and then the first sip hits you, and it's like, ooh, it's a little tart. And then the aftertaste is the mint, and it's really refreshing. We used 2.5 ounces of rum, and we used 1 ounce of lime juice and 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. That sounds a lot like a daiquiri, which is true. We're using the same flavors, but in a different proportion. We're a higher proportion rum, less of the sugar and less of the lime. We've added in a new flavor, which is the mint, and now the ice is gonna help balance out the rum as it melts. These things are almost too easy to drink. So you gotta be careful, but it is so good. The Mojito is another rum-based drink, and not surprisingly, just like the daiquiri, it comes from Cuba. When sugarcane was first being processed into rum, it was really harsh. So harsh that they actually called it Tacana, for burning water. During this time, pirates were also coming ashore and taking it, since the Tacana was a great medicine for dysentery, or whatever other fun tropical diseases they had at the time. Even though they needed this medicine, it was so harsh to drink that they needed to start mixing it with mint, lime, and sugar to make it easier and more palpable. Making different mojitos or your own mojitos is really all about what type of citrus and herb that you like. So let's try a few things. We're gonna start off with a grapefruit and some thyme. We're gonna build this exactly the same way that we did the standard mojito. We just need to juice the lime. The grapefruit. That should be enough. We're gonna use 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, 1 ounce of our grapefruit juice. It's kind of tricky to use this, but we do want to have a little bit of thyme in there. to get that flavoring in. And also, how could we forget our 2.5 ounces of rum? Give it a little stir. And we'll start to build it the same way that we did the other drink. Ooh. And remember to keep a clean workspace. And then you're gonna cap it. A couple sprigs of thyme where you're gonna put the straw so that the thyme hits you and you drink. And cheers. Ooh. It's really interesting. The thyme, I feel like, is something you would never think to put into a drink. Like a cocktail, it feels like something you would roast a chicken with. Do you want to try it?
So good. I really like grapefruit though.
It's much more subtle than the lime. It's not as like overpowering. I think we've got hit or misses, or most people like it. So it's really unique. It's almost like a mojito for the winter. It's almost like a mojito I would curl up next to a fire with.
Isn't grapefruit a winter fruit?
Is it? Did you hear that? Grapefruit's a winter fruit. Grapefruit and thyme mojito. Enjoy. So, I got our shaker today because even though we're building the drink in the glass, we don't want all the guts and the crushed strawberries in our mojito. So, grab some strawberries. I think 3 is good. Every strawberry is special in its own way, you know? Muddle these together. Really want to get your shoulder into it. And now we'll add our ounce of lime juice. We'll add our mint. I don't think you need to muddle it too much because if you over muddle it, it's gonna put some bad flavors in there. 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. 2.5 ounces of rum, because again, you've earned it. Shake on ice. Put some ice in here. Why don't we cut up 1 strawberry, put it in with the mint so we build everything together. That's good. Should do a couple mint leaves. And now we'll pour this in. And we got the strawberry juice out of here. All right, that's good. And now we'll build it with the crushed ice just like we've done before. Cap it off. Add a straw. Now we'll add a mint crown garnish. Let's find a good one. Here we go. And we should definitely add a strawberry here. And your strawberry mint mojito. Cheers. Oh, it's really, really, really good. It's very similar to the original mojito, obviously. The strawberry is just letting you know it's there. And that just adds like this sweetness to it. If you like strawberries like I do, that just makes this absolutely delicious. It's beautiful. Catherine, you think I can win you over with this one? Because you didn't like the other one? I always get nervous when I make things for Kat.
That's really
This
good.
one's good? Okay, we have a winner. We got a winner. And just like that, we've got 3 different mojitos just by playing around with the flavors. You can come up with so many amazing options. It all has to do with what you have in your kitchen. So send us what you have and we'd love to try it. Cheers. Don't forget to like and subscribe.